Absolutely, Amanda. We are set up and broadcasting live from Independence, Kansas, upon the footprint of Schultes Stadium, home of the Independence Bulldogs, where Labette County has traveled about 30 minutes west with a 5-1 record, set to take on the Independence Bulldogs that are 2-4. Welcome in, Grizzly fans. This is the Tank Connection pregame show of Labette County Grizzly football. The Grizzlies coming off of a shutout victory at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Coffeyville, Kansas a week ago today. 51-0 was the final posting from our Grizzlies against the Golden Tornado, looking to preserve their undefeated district record at 2-0. I'm Jack Leake III alongside my father, Jack Leake, and our cameraman slash sideline press box reporter, Caleb McKee. Glad to have them two with us. And it looks like we're having the national anthem. We will be back in 2 minutes with more pregame show.
Here's a bright idea. Streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. IdeaTek has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. IdeaTek has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Stream without buffering. Another bright idea from IdeaTek.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed in high speed.
The Independence High School Band, fabulous as always, finished up the national anthem and the school's alma mater song moments ago, just over 10 minutes until kickoff of the third SEK game for our Grizzlies anyways, the fourth and final SEK League game for these Bulldogs. Again, I'm Jack Leake III alongside my dad, Jack Leake, and Caleb McKee. Dad, I'll go ahead and bring you in. You were at the game last week with Tyler Russell, which, Tyler, thanks for filling in for me again last week. Labette County won 51-0. I know that kind of speaks for itself, but the Grizzly starters played about a half last week. What did you see from our Grizzlies?
Well, I saw a really disciplined team. It's kind of hard to explain if someone hasn't been around sports, but sometimes when you're going into a game that you're supposed to win and you're honestly supposed to win big, it's hard to maintain focus, intensity, discipline. It's easy to kind of get loose and sloppy in ways or in areas, and we didn't. Gosh, everyone, Kagan Bates had a standout game. Aaron Wybrick played well. Our line, I mean, just across the board, kind of like we've done all year. We did mix it up a little bit. I saw Coach Russell, Coach Argerbright calling some new plays, maybe trying some game speed plays with some different pass patterns, and had a little reverse, a little flea flicker type thing. So just all in all, another really good showing from the Grizzlies, and that should hopefully give us continued momentum because I think we'll need it tonight. I think Independence is a fine ball club, and so we're in for a good game.
Labette County put up 51 points last week as they make their way onto the turf here at Schultes Stadium. Labette County in white uniforms tonight. Aaron Wyrick threw 5 passes last Friday night, and Labette County scored 51 points. He was efficient. He completed 3 of those passes, and one of them was a touchdown. It was Deontay Fields who got 10 carries and took them for 143 yards and 3 touchdowns. Deontay Fields has been fabulous this year, filling in for Jamal Jackson, who's injured this season. Trying to pull up Deontay's stat totals for the season on the ground rushing. He has 564 yards on the season, whatever that averages out to be. My stat programming platform isn't really giving me a very good average. But anyways, Deontay's been really good in the backfield, kind of in that T formation or just in the shotgun with Aaron Wyrick. He's been fun to watch run in Jamal Jackson's absence.
Yes, he sure has. He's stepped up big time, and of course we knew he had jets and he could get on the edge, but I really like the way he's kind of going off tackle even, and kind of doing that more of a gash, inside, and then kind of finding that soft spot in the middle, and just really done a fine job this year stepping up for us.
On the defensive side of the ball, I was able to watch some of the game last week, but I can tell you that at least leading up to last week's game, Michael Reed has been all over the stat sheet, and in particular on those negative tackles, those tackles for loss. And Michael Reed has been a force for offensive lines to handle, and many have failed to handle who we have begun to nickname Michael Negative Reed because he always tackles rushers for negative yards.
And that's interesting because he is a tremendous player, and of course coaches watch hours of film, so they key on him. They put their best offensive tackle over him. They double up on him when they can, but the problem with that is we've got Mason Hoppus.
Yeah.
Kepley, White Kepley, Keegan Stritsky, Justin Nash. We have other big, strong horses. You start leaving someone else alone, now you've got problems there too. So, yeah, Michael just creates all sorts of havoc just by the attention he draws and the penetration he's mustered, and his leadership too.
11 tackles for loss on the season for the senior. Independence, on the other hand, comes into tonight with a 2-4 overall record. They're 1-2 in the conference, so tonight is their final SEK League game before they have senior night here at home next week against Rose Hill. Independence's schedule, their 2 wins are against Coffeyville and Columbus, and their losses are to Mulvane, Fort Scott, and Chanute and Eudora. They took Chanute down to 4th and goal. Independence had the football at Chanute down by 7, 4th and goal from the 10-yard line or so. So the Bulldogs went to Blue Comet territory and took them down to the 10-yard line. And so the Blue Comets were sweating a little bit. So we know that's a good measuring stick as far as what this team is capable of. And I think that us versus Independence has become this quiet but yet noticeable rivalry over recent years. For some reason, I really don't know why. I expect them to play well and really hard tonight.
I think so too, and you can tell a lot by watching the team warm up. I think you can tell about their demeanor, their confidence or whatnot, and of course for this community and these kids, this is, I think, Neowalla week starts. So I mean, there's just a lot of frenzy going on here. So yeah, the Grizzlies, and I'm sure we're focused. Our coaching staff always does a good job getting those kids prepared for whatever game's in front of them. But yeah, I'm with you. I look for a good ball game tonight.
Independence makes their way onto the field. They're going to be in black uniforms, so that'll be really easy tonight to tell the difference. No discrepancy in color coordination. Labette County in white uniforms, Independence in black. 4.5 minutes until kickoff. Labette County did all their warm-ups, went to the locker room and had their chat, and they've been standing on that sideline across from us to the east for a couple minutes now, and I guess they'll do the coin toss here before long, but The clock still shows we have a healthy 4 minutes until that pigskin is kicked by whomever it may be. But, yeah, this Independence team, here's something interesting. They have not played a game at home since September 12th.
Okay, well, that explains some of the enthusiasm then. Crunch my numbers. That's been 5-6 weeks.
It's October
4.
16th or 17th tonight, so over a month.
Been a month, yeah, a little over a month. So, yeah, I'm sure they're excited to be home. So, and yeah, the fan base and the kids and the band, of course, they have a fabulous band. I have to give them a shout out.
Yeah, incredible.
But yeah, this has a real good feel to it right here. So, fun Friday night lights here.
Captains making their way onto the field. 4 for Labette County, 3 for Independence. For Independence, it's Kellen Lanning. That name sounds familiar if you watch Labette County basketball in the wintertime. Kellen Lanning, a senior. Number 35, another senior, Bryson Folk. And number 78 on the offensive and defensive lines, Stanley Kowalski. And for Labette County, it's going to be Michael Reed, Bryson Dickens, Lucas Hayward, and might be Kagan Bates. He's teeter-tottering behind Kellen Lanning. I can't quite see who it is, but I think that it's Kagan Bates for Labette County. You spoke on those guys earlier. They're all on the offensive line. Michael plays defensively as well, but Bryson Dickens, Michael Reed, Lucas Hayward, alongside Wyatt Kepley and Parker Midget, have been fabulous on the offensive line for Labette County. Now just under 2.5 minutes until kickoff. Labette County versus Independence. We will see who wins the toss, and then we will take a break here after that. Ref just flipped the coin, and we shall see if Labette County won or not. They are the visitors, so they got to choose what side of the coin they so desired. And here comes the signal from the white hat, and it looks like Independence is going to receive to start the contest. And we will return in about a minute. Let's do, 60-second timeout, and we'll come back with the game here on KLKC.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Welcome in, Grizzly fans. We're live in Independence, Kansas. Big game on tap here, second to last game of the regular season for both of these teams. It's Independence and it's Labette County. Nolan Nash set to tee the ball up at the heart of the 40-yard line. He will kick south to north, which is my right to my left. He's got a decent breeze working at his back, as if the wind keeps going throughout the night at that strength, which I guess it's not crazy, but it's significant. Who knows how that might have an impact, helping or hurting towards the end of the game. You can hear the home crowd cheering on their team, and Nolan Nash will kick it off.
Boy.
Good kick, and it'll be caught at the 8-yard line by Independence. Coming left to right is Lanning, I think, and he's hit from the side at the 28-yard line. That was Kellen Lanning.
Seemed like pretty good coverage there by the Grizzlies kick team. One stayed in their lanes, and then once the ball reached kind of parallel, then you can kind of crash to the ball. So, yeah, Indy takes over here first down. So, let's find out what we got going here tonight.
1st and 10, Independence. Ball is at their own 27-yard line. If you're just tuning in or just hustled to that refresh button on the YouTube page, you have not missed anything but the opening kickoff. Labette County in a 4-3 defensive front, one shallow safety. Handoff up the middle, met right at the line and dropped after a gain of about 3. He fell forward a little bit in there on the effort defensively. Looked like Mason Hoppus.
I think so, yeah. He got in there and disrupted that. That was helpful. Always want to win first down, so what did they pick up? 3, I guess, so 2nd and 7 here.
I haven't watched Independence play all year, but it's either going to be a slow night or a fast night if they take 30 seconds to get the play call in every time. Nothing wrong about it, but it's just kind of how they seem to roll. 2nd down and 7, handoff up the middle, and a good play call. And Wyatt Kepley is going to bring down the ball carrier at the 35-yard line after another gain of 3. So gain of 3, that'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Yeah, it looked like they ran kind of a little inside trap maybe there. And, again, good penetration. Our linebacker stayed home. So 3rd and 3, this big down here.
Nolan Nash is the safety for Labette County. We'll see if they pass it. I imagine they keep it on the ground here. 8 seconds on the play clock. 3rd down and 3. They do run it. Javen Colbert, their quarterback, dropped and hit from behind. And that is Michael negative read for a loss of 1.
Gosh, how big was that? We'll see what Independence coach wants to do here. I'm assuming he'll kick 4th and 4. Just depends on how aggressive he wants to be. It looks like they're bringing in some subs and probably going to punt here. So I'd say that was a good defensive stand right off the bat for Labette County.
It's warm up here, fellas.
It is, yeah. I don't say that real often, middle of October, but a little toasty.
Which, Caleb, you had mentioned last year that it got pretty warm up, or 2 years ago it was warm up here when we played here. Independence is on to punt. We have pre-snap whistles. I don't see a flag that's visible to me anyways. 9:50 left in the first quarter. Independence had the ball to start the game and just went 3 and out, assuming they punt here and it's not a fake.
Well, or try to draw us off there. The perfect distance, 4th and 4, 4.5 to try to draw us off. So we need to stay real disciplined here.
Kagan Bates and Nolan Nash back deep to return the punt. A penetrating flight that lands at the 44. And it's going to come to a halt at the 39-yard line. And the crowd wants a hit on Kagan Bates. Apparently they think he blindsided a Bulldog. And, welcome to Independence versus Labette County. It's kind of what it's become of recent years for some reason.
Yeah, I saw the parents popping up hollering. So I didn't actually see Kagan make the hit, but I did see a black jersey get knocked on his backside there. So, yeah, it's getting chippy already.
Junior quarterback Aaron Wyrick, his first time on the field, and this Labette County offense as well. He's got Fields behind him a few steps. Under center is Wyrick. A give to the left to Deontay. Up the middle, a lot of room. Churns for a gain of 9 near midfield.
Boy, that was a good, strong run there by Deontay. Lowered his shoulder, just kept his legs turning. I hope we see that all night long. That was a good, strong run. Good blocking up front, too.
9:20 first quarter and ticking. Independence has gotten off to hot starts this year. When they played at Chanute, they scored twice before the Blue Comets even got the football. So if Labette County could flip that script tonight here at home for the Bulldogs, that would help. A give to Bates. He'll get the first down and be spun forward across midfield near the 46-yard line. And already some scrum and a penalty. Going to be unsportsmanlike conduct or a late hit on somebody. Caleb's got a word for us.
Every time we play Independence, it's always
Well, let me try to get your mic plugged in. That would be the most, well, I thought I plugged it in. Give me a second, Caleb. It's your time to shine here in a second.
Well, and while we're waiting on that, I'll tell you one thing the Grizzlies cannot do is get caught up in head games here. We've been disciplined all year long. You know, you play hard till the whistle, you get up, get back in the huddle. Can't have any silliness or that noise that creates undisciplined penalties. And this might be on Independence, I don't know, but we just cannot afford to get caught up in that on any level. Okay, it was on Indy.
And on Labette
and
County.
Labette County.
Sorry, I was trying to get Caleb's microphone to work. So offsetting penalties, one on Independence, one on Labette County. It looks like they are going to still advance the football to where Kagan was down because it was after the play. So it will be 1st and 10 Grizzlies at the Independence 47-yard line. Definitely do not want to see any more of that from either side as we continue in tonight's contest. Ball on the left hash, Labette County working right to left with the wind at their back. Aaron Wyrick has Claiborne and Fields behind him, lined up like ducks. One receiver left, one right. It is a give to Fields. Gaping hole! Offensive line putting on a show. Gain of 15 for Deontay to the Indy 31.
My goodness. I noticed when their defense lined up, there's massive holes between their nose guard and their tackle, which kind of plays almost a DN. So, they're lined up again like that. So, hey, Coach Argerbright, he'll just keep handing it off until you stop it, and then he'll adjust. So, so far, so good. Grizzlies, let's just keep on chugging that direction.
1st and 10, Labette County. Indy 31-yard line. Good drive for Labette. Still yet to see a pass. Deontay bounds and is tackled after a shorter gain this time of about 2 yards.
Yeah, that, of course, Indy's going to start keen on that. We've ran that 6 times straight, so, they'll start eking in. The linebackers will tighten up, even if they don't realize it, and they'll start keying on that. So they do that another time or so, and I'm sure we'll bounce something outside or a little screen or something a little bit different to kind of shake this up. 2nd down and 9 here. Grizzlies have the ball on the Independence 29-yard line.
2nd down and 8, 7:40 first quarter. Play action, Wyrick going home run ball, and it's a dandy, and it was almost caught. In and out of the basket of the intended target on the far side of the field. Caleb, I'm getting old. Is that Barrett or Nolan? Probably neither. I'm probably wrong, huh?
It could be Cam. I'm not really sure about that one.
They all look the same.
That's Nolan. I can tell by the helmet.
Camden, Nolan, and Barrett from a distance look identical.
They're all the same height, kind of all the same build.
Yeah.
Look all the same to me.
I like the play call, little play action, air it out. Now you're going to kind of stretch those linebackers and safeties, that maybe back them up a little bit. We'll see what we call here. 3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9, straight drop back of 2 steps for Wyrick. Pump fake, flipped it, intercepted at the 20, at the 15, and tackled right away is the interceptor. Number 9 for Independence, Reese Richenberger. I believe that was Richenberger. Looks like number 9. Yes.
Yeah, just one of those things. Wyrick had good protection. I think the Bulldogs did a good job in their cornerbacks and safeties of guarding. And Aaron was looking, pump faked, and, good play there by Independence. Our defense has to step up here.
7.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Counter to the right side. Brought down after a gain of 2 near the 20-yard line.
Really like how we're collapsing to the ball. Seems like our D line's getting good penetration and really plugging holes and allowing our linebackers to stay freed. Anytime your D line can do that, that keeps an offensive lineman off your linebacker so they can kind of see and flow to the ball. So 2nd and 9 here.
Deion Jones, the running back, to the left of Colbert. It's a pass. Quick flip to the left. It's caught at the 20. Couple men get dodged, but Kagan Bates brings down the receiver after a gain of 4. And anytime Kagan Bates makes a tackle, Independence is going to want unnecessary roughness. We have just made it to that point in the evening, 7.5 minutes in.
Yeah, we have. So
He made a great tackle, walked away from the play, and 4 Bulldogs threw their hands in the air like he committed a crime.
it's funny. Got a 3rd and 3 here, so again, this is a big down. We need to hold them and have them punt again.
3rd and 3, ball at their own 24, and it looks like it's going to be a jump on Labette County, which would move the chains. Sure looks like that's the call. It is. Offsides on the Grizzlies, so 1st and 10 Independence. So a 3rd and 3 turns into a 1st and 10, and that punches the ball out near their own 30-yard line. This is an Independence team that is coached by Kendall Fiskus.
Yeah, I hate to see that there. We hate to give Independence any life. So anyway, those things happen, and got 1st and 10 here, so Grizzlies need to start over here 1 down at a time.
Colbert snaps the ball. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Colbert has speed and a lot of room across midfield. Looks to cut it in, but he'll walk out of bounds at the Grizzly 40. A run of about 30 yards for Javen Colbert, the quarterback.
I was afraid of that. I've watched him play basketball. He's a fast kid.
Yeah.
I don't think he likes to run inside much, but if he can find a seam or see the edge like that, yeah, he's super dangerous. So we'll have to contain him for sure. Our defensive ends are going to have to turn him back inside.
Whenever a team has a quarterback that, yes, can throw, but on top of that can run, it is so much harder to defend. Colbert hands it off to the right this time to his back, and a good shoelace tackle by Kagan Bates at the 40. He maybe lost about 5 inches on that run, and it looked like he was going to gain 10.
Yeah, that's how you want your defense to come up. You don't just sit down and wait for the runner to come to you. You go deliver it. So, yeah, Kagan comes up hot and made a great tackle there.
2nd and 10 Bulldogs, 5:15 first quarter, clock dripping away to my right. Colbert takes it, keeps it, running left. Labette County notices that he has it, comes in and makes the tackle. Nolan Nash takes his kneecaps out from under him. A flag is down back near the line of scrimmage. Typically a good sign if you are the defense, unless there was an illegal hands or face mask. But I assume this is a hold on Independence.
I think so too, yeah.
It is. So do you take 3rd and about 11 or 2nd and 20?
Well, it looks like they going to push him back, and that was a much better job when we realized that Colbert kept that, faked the handoff. We stretched that play out and stretched it, and that makes that offensive lineman, once he feels that defender try to go the other direction, the tendency is to either hold him, or sometimes you just have him hooked with your arm and you don't even really mean to hold him, but how you have him caged up creates the hold. So that's what you have to do with Colbert, turn him back inside.
Dye and King, the wide receivers, to the left of Colbert, the quarterback. 2nd down and 20. It's a drop back pass, and it's caught at the 45 by Lanning. Makes one man miss and goes down at the 42. Tackled there by Deontay Fields. Lanning nearly gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and lo and behold, we have 3rd and 11.
Yeah, I would say the rest of the night, anytime there's a big down, Lanning or Colbert one are going to be the two to really keep your eye on. So they're both good leaders, good athletes, and Independence will look to them a lot tonight when they need a big play.
0-0 your score. 4:15 left in the first period here in Independence. Colbert passes across the middle of the field, wide open, and a 1st down to the 25-yard line for the Bulldogs is caught by Richenberger, who had the interception a little bit ago.
Yeah, that was basically just kind of a quick slant or across the middle. Either a corner, I don't know what kind of coverage we were in, or maybe a linebacker, but yeah, he was open, and Colbert threw a good ball there.
Yeah,
so
he did.
Grizzlies are going to have to figure that out, or they're going to come back to these little quick passes all night long here.
3:45 now. 1st and 10 Bulldogs run to the right. Gain of 5 to the 20. We'll see where they mark him out, though. Wow, they're going to take him down to the 16-yard line on the spot. Jones, the ball carrier. So that was a gain of 9 when it didn't look like it was going to be. A long possession here for the Bulldogs. We will see if this Labette County defense that's really good about not breaking once we get down here, but they've been on the field for a while.
Yeah, I got to say on this series, Indy's doing a good job of mixing up the plays. We're a little bit on our heels. You know, early on, I feel like they were pretty predictable, but right now they look really good.
Quarterback keeper for Colbert gets the first quite easily inside the 10, so it'll be 1st and goal from the Labette County 8-yard line for the Bulldogs, and they're threatening to go up here early should they punch it in.
Yeah, our defense, you know, and our team really, this is has kind of a different feel to it right now, you know, maybe not what we expected. And so this will be good for our club to have to face this, you know, I hate to say adversity, but this situation right here and see how we respond. Yeah, Indy moved, I believe.
A flag and whistle did follow your statement there, and it will be a legal formation or whatever it's called in high school.
Yeah.
I just call it a false start. It doesn't really matter. So Independence will be backed up 5 yards to their own 14-yard line. So that makes it a little bit tougher. And this is the area of the field where it gets harder to score, as we've talked about in the past. And so after the false start penalty, Independence still takes quite a long time to get that play call in, as backing up even just 5 yards can change what play you call.
Oh, for sure, yeah. It can actually help the pass play a little bit, but yeah, we'll see what they dial up here.
1 second on the play clock, and he gets it off. Colbert looks to pass, pressured in the front, dropped!
Boy.
Back at the 21-yard line, Michael negative read with some help from his buddy. Was that Mason? Looked like Hoppus in there with him. Kind of a gang sack there. Michael, the main one, Hoppus the helper. 2nd and goal from the 22.
Gosh, how big is that? And that's another way to kind of disrupt the quarterback, is to get pressure on him that quickly. So, and oftentimes if you can get a couple of those, it really makes that quarterback start thinking from now on. Every time he gets the ball to pass, now his eyes are on the line and not downfield.
2nd and goal from the 22. Colbert drops back straight, pressure from the front, flips it across the middle, it's caught, and soon after collecting the pigskin, being brought down near the 12-yard line is Richenberger. He's been busy, 2 receptions on this drive and had the interception that gave him the ball a little bit ago. Under 2 minutes to play in an exciting first quarter.
Yeah, it really is. And we've heard, you know, we had spoke to a couple of Independence coaches, and I guess their broadcasters rather, who shared with us they felt like their offense was, you know, could light it up and had some exciting players. So, you know, right now, so far it's been a really good matchup here.
3rd and goal from the 12, empty set. Colbert looks left, keeps looking left, doesn't like what he sees, pressured, flips, tipped in the air, not intercepted. Oh, Labette County had every right to catch that sucker, but it fell to the turf. A flag in the backfield. It's a hold on Indy. Does Argerbright take the yardage or the down? And he signals to the white hat, and Coach Argerbright is going to back him up. So 3rd and goal from the 22 yet again.
Okay, yeah, gosh, I'm still trying to kind of recollect after that almost interception. That ball just floated a little bit in the air, and we just couldn't get a hold of it. So seems like we have Indy a little bit discombobulated right now, and so hopefully we can keep them that way for a couple more plays.
They got here by running the football, and now when they got behind the sticks and we could sit on the pass, they have slowed down a little bit offensively. Timeout, Independence. Let's go ahead and step aside for a quick 30-second break on KLKC.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Welcome back in, Grizzly fans. Jack Leake III here with you alongside Caleb McKee and my father, Jack Leake Jr. Independence has 3rd and goal from the Labette County 22-yard line after a holding call on Independence, but originally a sack by Michael Reed. Got him back near the 22 a couple plays ago, but here we are nonetheless. Deion Jones, the running back, to the left of Colbert. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, ball on the right hash. Fresh out of a timeout, straight drop back for Colbert. Pressured in the face, now it's clear. Across the middle, a little high, incomplete. 4th and goal from the 22, coming up in a moment.
Boy, that was perfect. I mean, the ball was thrown a little high. What I mean by perfect was I felt like we had that guarded well. I think Kagan was in a good position too. So, yeah, brings up 4th and a long ways. We'll see kind of what they're thinking here. A lot of times the team will do, I'm assuming they're not going to try to kick, is like a screen or, you never know. I mean, you can try to air it out, or you can try to just get something to a good athlete underneath and see if he can work some magic.
Colbert definitely has the arm and the wheels to go with it. He had a 30-yard rush on this drive, which set up their shop here in the red zone. 4th and goal from the 22. Colbert looking in zone slant pattern. He's got a man, touchdown.
Well, I did not see that coming.
Caleb, do you see who that is? Oh, that was Kellen Lanning, I believe. Number 12, yes, okay. I couldn't tell. So Lanning on the reception, 6-0 Independence.
Boy, that was a dagger. Had him at 4th and 25 and let him get behind us. That's those fellas, our team won't be happy with that. So
Colbert keeps it and is going to pass it, and it's caught behind the stick, still on his feet. They're going to get it. Wow. That was a botched play. I don't really know if they knew what was going on, but you could argue Labette County didn't either. Independence found a way to limp into the end zone there. Scored on 4th and goal from the 22, and then got the 2-point conversion off of a really sloppy execution, but none of that matters. It's 8-0 Indy. 1 minute, 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Back in 1 minute on KLKC.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at klkcradio.com.
If you're watching on the live stream and just saw Independence run the 2-point conversion again, I will offer you an explanation, although I don't have one. So I'm at an end. What do you got, fellas? I'm going to guess there was some sort of penalty we didn't see on the original 2-point conversion, and Independence lined up from the 7-yard line and converted again on a pass to Richenberger for the 2-point conversion. So I don't know what that was about, but it's 8-0.
Yeah, I don't have anything either, but yeah, I just gosh, that was such a big deal here. And you know, anytime you're the team to beat, this is what you get from a team like this. And we're the team with kind of the mark on our back here. And so we're always going to get everybody's best. And so now, you know, Independence has, you know, a little bit of energy to them, and they're fired up. So we're going to have to really respond to this like we've done all year. So we'll see how this Grizzly offense can do on this possession.
Well, Labette County has more students in the student section than Independence does. That's a positive that we have going on, which we see that a lot in
Yeah.
basketball.
Yeah,
Our
we do.
students travel so well. Fun to see, good game and fun atmosphere. 8-0 Bulldogs. They'll kick it off. Short kick, spinning backwards. Got to catch it. Good one at the 30. Fair caught, secure. Oh, I don't have a Labette County roster.
Is that Barrett? Oh,
That'd be Regan Ross, the freshman, on that one.
yeah, okay.
And Riggin played well. Thank you, Caleb. Riggin played well at Coffeyville. Got in and got some carries, if I'm not mistaken.
He did. We are super excited about the future and him in the running back position. Hopefully taking to this team to another level in the future.
Yeah, he's a tough kid. Boy, he runs downhill, so.
There, I've got my roster now. I came up to the gate here at Independence, and he said, all we have is Independence rosters. I'm sorry. So
Yeah.
I said, thank you, and walked past. So I got one now. 8-0 Indy. Wyrick under center. Right-hand give to Fields with room, and is going to fumble. Get out of bounds ball, and they're going to give it to Indy. Yep, they do. Turnover, Labette County. It'll be Indy ball at the Labette County 45-yard line.
I tell you what, like we said earlier, we're going to find out what we're made of. Independence has a lot of fire right now. The fans are fired up, the student section, the team. So this is a good opportunity for us to face a tough situation and respond here. So we'll see what the Grizzly defense can do here.
Defense was just on the field for eternity, and now they're right back on after one play. Still 1 minute and 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Independence leads Labette County 8-0. Colbert and jump early on Independence, so that'll back them up 5 to begin this drive. Really exciting game. I suppose not for Labette County, but with Labette County kind of being a favorite and having one of our better teams in a handful of years, to get out to maybe an 8-0 deficit or whatnot, in my mind, just makes me think it'll be that much better of a finish later on.
Yeah, I hope so. And that's, like I said, sometimes these situations can really make a team or continue to form a team. So
Independence 2-4 on the year, 1-2 in the league, but they've got some really nice players that have been in the system for a while. Colbert takes a helmet high snap, gives it to Jones up the middle, and Labette County makes a tackle after a gain of maybe 4. And did he lose it? But they're saying he's down?
yeah, he was
Okay.
down and we knocked it out. So yeah, he's a shifty little runner. We had a few missed tackles there, but, you know, credit that to some good running, too, by Independence.
Colton Gehring comes off the field for Wyatt Kepley defensively for the Grizzlies. Down there on the line for Labette County right now is Hoppus, Kepley, Reed, and Stritsky. Colbert runs it up the middle, has a hole. He's going to be spun forward for the first down. Inside the 35 for the Grizzlies to the 33-yard line with 22.4 seconds stopped on the clock because he got the first, and it'll run, and Independence does not have to run another play if they don't want to, as the game clock is ahead of the play clock by about 12 seconds.
Yeah, nothing flashy there. Basically just, in essence, a quarterback sneak for 10, 11 yards. So right now, Independence has a little rhythm to their game. So Labette County's got it right in front of them here. So we'll see what kind of second quarter we can put together.
Independence does elect to let it go to the end of the first quarter. We'll step aside for 1 minute. Grizzlies trail 8-0 here on KLKC.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Independence at the Labette County 33-yard line. A handoff to Jones, and he has stood up after a gain of 1. Labette County needed a play that didn't go for much, and Wyatt Kepley and Aaron Wyrick got the stop.
Yeah, we need to string together 3 more of those because I'm confident they're in 4-down territory from here on out. So, yeah, this is a really, really big series here for our defense. To kind of get some momentum back on our side and kind of quiet things down to get on the Independent sidelines here a little bit.
Just the start of the second quarter. Independence runs it to the left side. Labette County closes well on the ball carrier. There's a flag down 40 yards from the play right in front of the Labette County sideline, and it's a sideline warning on the Labette County coaches.
Well,
so no enforcement, 3rd down.
Yeah. Like I said, we need to, on top of everything else, play a clean game.
Yes.
Penalty-wise. Yeah, 3rd down here. Big 3rd down again for our defense.
3rd down and 7 for Independence. Ball at the Grizzly 30. Colbert back to pass, now spins in a circle. He'll whip it to the opposite side, and it falls incomplete. Richenberger has been by far his favorite target tonight. Lanning caught the touchdown earlier, but Richenberger's had plenty of targets. Loses this one, 4th down and 7.
Yeah, that was big. A little bit of a drop, but kind of an awkward step there by, was that Richenberger? But, yeah, him and Lanning and Colbert, those are their 3 diamonds. So if you got a key on anybody, those are the 3 you have to watch for. So got 4th and 7. This is huge for the Grizzlies.
Maddox Purvis ran on for Independence. He's a freshman from the sideline, and he's lined up wide right on this play. So maybe their freshman has something we don't know about. We got to cover the slot receiver over there. Here's the ball in the hands of Colbert. He's pressured by 3 Grizzlies. Breathing down his neck, flipped, caught, but he's a yard short. Turnover on downs, Independence. Grizzlies make a stand.
Man, what a tackle. Is that Kagan Bates? I'm trying to look across the field. I mean, that saved a 1st down. As soon as he caught that ball, he was pancaked.
That was awful close. He was about a half to a yard short of that 1st down. Labette County gets a big stop after a Labette County fumble on the first play of the last drive, as we haven't seen a whole lot of this Labette County offense through 1 quarter. We'll see if they can't right the ship. Back to that T formation, no receivers out. 7 down linemen. Wyrick takes the snap, and he's going to drop back to pass, looking, flips it sidearm over the head of a wide open Kagan Bates near the 1st down line, and he had some room to run. Not Wyrick's first read, as that play elapsed for quite some time.
Yeah, you could see him check down there, but I like the play call, 1st and 10, and we got in that T formation, and Indy really stacked the box. They thought we were going to run the ball, and we did a little play action, and it was there, just a little errant pass there.
10:40 left, first half. Indy leads 8-0. This time 2 receivers right, 2 to the left of Wyrick with Fields behind him. Labette County in white uniforms, Independence in black. Quarterback draw, Wyrick with legs out to the 40, gets the first and a gain of 15. Still going, gain of 17 to the 42-43-yard line.
Gosh, what a great call. We had something similar a couple of games back, just like that. Right when they think we're going to pass it and it's set up perfectly, at 2nd and 10, you probably should be throwing on that down. Aaron runs a good, strong quarterback draw, basically, for goodness, 15, 18 yards, you might have just said. But great play call there by either Coach Russell and Coach Argerbright.
Trips to the right, 1 left. We've only seen that T formation with 3 backs a couple times tonight. It's another pass for the Grizzlies. Caught by Bates in the near side 40. Has a good block by Heston. Gets to the 50 and is thrown out of bounds firmly by Independence. Gain of about 6, though. Nice play.
Yeah, for sure. You always want to win 1st down. If you can pick up really even 4, that's a great 1st down play. Well, they backed him up a yard or 2, but pick up the 5 or 6 yards on first down. That really opens the playbook now on 2nd and 4. There's so much you can do here.
Grizzlies driving near midfield. Wyrick with his hands on his knees now puts him in front of his heart, collects the snap, gives it to Deontay, runs right in to 2 Bulldog defenders and is about 1.5 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, picked up a few there, and it was met by, looks like a couple linebackers maybe, but Deontay, I hope he's not thinking one thought about that fumble earlier and that he just continues to run downhill and run hard and push forward. So brings up a 3rd and short here.
3rd down and a short 2 for the Grizzly offense that needs it. Wyrick's under center with Claiborne and Fields behind him. Collects, gives to Fields. Indy read it well. Loss of 2 on the play. 4th and about 5 coming up for the Grizzlies near midfield. We'll see what Coach Argabright elects to do here.
I was kind of looking for the quarterback sneak. I don't think they had a nose guard over Aaron. But, yeah, good penetration, great penetration by Indy's D-line. Got to give them credit for that. Grizzlies lose 3 yards. That was huge, and that brings up 4th and, 5, 6. We'll see what Coach is going to do here. Might try to draw them off sides and get it back down to 4th and 1 or 2.
Labette County is lined up to go for it on 4th down and a long 5 with 8.5 minutes left in the half. Wyrick pressured hard, is going to tuck it and run, has to get it, leans, and he's going to get the first to the 46-yard line. Aaron Wyrick, extra effort, worth it.
Boy, I'd guess, because that was jammed up from the get-go. So how he maneuvered through that minefield and then pumped and just really just drove his legs and stretched out there. That was all effort there by Aaron Wyrick. That's a gutsy play call, too. 4th and 6, quarterback draw like that.
It looked intentional, the draw, yeah. 1st and 10, Labette needed it badly. 8 minutes left in the half, down by 8. Wyrick give Fields a lot of room. 1st down and more. Gets to the edge. Fields turns on the Jets 20, 15, 10, edge, end zone.
Come on.
Touchdown, Labette County. The judge on the east side of the field acted like he was short, but the goal line judge said he was in.
Yeah.
Fields on a 46-yard touchdown scamper.
Gosh. So we needed that, of course. We all needed that, and man, I can just feel the lift now and see kind of things quiet down over here on the Independent side. So let's get this 2-point conversion here, or unless we kick it, and then keep this momentum going for the Grizzlies.
8-6 Independence. Grizzlies gonna go for 2, of course, to try to tie. Whistles before Wyrick could get the snap off. Officials looking towards the Labette County sideline. Kagan Bates is going to trot off of the field. Sometimes that's due to equipment issues. I don't really know. If the refs see something like that, they'll stop and ask the player to leave. So Bates hops off. Wyrick in the gun. Here's for the tie, the 2-point conversion. Drops back to pass, flips it well over the intended target. That's a tough play to execute from the 2-yard line sometimes. 8-6, the score remains. Grizzlies trail. They'll kick it off to the Bulldogs when we return in 1 minute.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Welcome back in, Grizzly fans, to 106.7 KLKC. Ball fell off the tee. Nolan Nash is, well, his buddy Camden Good is going to re-tee it for him. Labette County set to kick it off to Independence. Grizzlies 6, Bulldogs 8. 7 minutes, 50 seconds left in the first half. I'm Jack Leake III alongside Jack Leake Jr. and Caleb McKee. Been an exciting game, kind of a pretty typical Labette County Independence game. It's cleaned itself up after a couple scrappy moments in the first quarter. Nash is going to boot it left to right. Good's going to hold it for him. And Nolan kicks kind of a little poocher that lands at the 25, and that's where it is downed. So on comes Javen Colbert and company to try to work the ball right to left. We'd like to thank a few sponsors for making our broadcast possible here quickly. Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Idea Tech, the Unified School District of USD 506, the Corner Store of Altamont, the Bartlett Co-op, and Labette Center for Mental Health Services. Independence will try to work it right to left. They're in their black uniforms tonight, their first home game since September 12th. Colbert gaping hole up the middle, first down, and then he's chopped to the dirt by Kagan Bates. As anytime Kagan's making a tackle, sometimes that means that we didn't do a good enough job up front.
Yeah, they've gotten into the next layer. So that's about the third or fourth time they've run that quarterback draw, sneak, whatever. And so we're going to have to adjust and stop that, or they'll just keep running it. He's too good of an athlete.
Colbert's a really good point guard on their basketball team, as is Lanning, who had a touchdown catch earlier. Colbert, just a junior. That's wild. First down and 10 after the quarterback run! Michael Reed on the tackle for loss in the backfield. Loss of 6. He almost took the handoff from Colbert.
Yeah, that's he's done that so many times. I'm shocked it's not fumbled. That's difficult to have the ball in your running back's belly and then get hit. So
you know what Michael's initials are? TFL. Sorry, that wasn't that good of a joke. Tackle for loss.
Well, goodness.
Oh, well, now a penalty made my joke sound even worse because now no one's really caring about it. I'll squeeze it in there again some other time. Pre-snap penalty. The Independence coaches to my left just yelled, so I'm going to guess it's on them. And they are going to back up, it looks like. Second down and 15 is what it was after the Michael Reed tackle for loss. And this is a snap infraction on Independence. So now second down and 20.
So this is where they're dangerous to me, though, because I think it was 4th and 20 when they scored the touchdown. 4th and 22 or 23.
Correct. 4th and goal from the 22.
And so they're going to start running these in routes, and I'm a little surprised they got away from them.
Inside handoff on 2nd and 28, the scoreboard says. And here's a gain of about 6 to the right side. Wyatt Kepley pops up from the mess alongside Tayton Claiborne and Aaron Wyrick. So Bulldogs behind the sticks again, but yeah, as you just alluded to, that hasn't meant a whole lot for us. 3rd down and 15 is what it reads. Ball on the right hash. We'll see what they call.
Yeah, they were having so much success with those crossing routes and those quick slants. Colbert was doing a good job throwing it. So, yeah, we need to step up here and create a 4th down and have them punt the ball to us.
Yeah, don't even make them want to go for it. Colbert looking down the middle of the field, now tucks it back. Nobody's open. He's pressured firmly, dumps it down to a man that's open. Got to make that tackle, and we do. Jones, the running back, slipped out into the flats and caught the hot potato and then was shoelaced to the ground barely. Who was over there? Was that Aaron?
I can't tell. But that was a huge tackle.
Aaron Wyrick decided to, go outside, get a cover on the man on the outside end. Eventually got the tackle. If he did not get that tackle, it could have been a first down easily. But since he tackled him, it's 4th and 9 now.
Well, I tell you, we're going to have to find, and I know Colbert's shifty, but, man, he had 5-6 seconds back there to kind of look around. That's hard for linebackers. That's hard for corners and safeties, anyone to cover your man that long. So, yeah, we'll see here. I'm assuming they'll punt the ball, but who knows.
4th down and 9 is somebody might have called, maybe Labette County called a timeout, and play is about to resume here. The ball is at the Independence 41-yard line. They have it 4th down and 9 with 5 minutes and 37 seconds left until the intermission. The Grizzlies trail 8-6 after a failed 2-point conversion on our last successful offensive drive. Bates and Nash back to return. Their heels are at the 25-yard line. Independence in punt formation. The snap is good this time. It was a little low last time. Here's a real high kick. Got to get away from it. And it bounces backwards. And it's going to be Labette County ball at their own 45-yard line. So the punt netted maybe 15 yards, if that. So Labette County with prime field position got another good stop. The game settled down a little bit, especially if we can score going into the break here. Independence will receive to start the second half.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I was impressed with our punt return team. That ball came down in a dangerous place. A lot of times your guys that are just block and get hit by the ball, so they did a good job of getting out of the way of that.
Wyrick's going to hand it off to Deontay Fields, who's going to try to use speed to get to the outside. Now he cuts it in. He had a big touchdown run last drive. He's still going. Gain of 15, now 17 for Deontay Fields.
Gosh, what do you say about that? He stayed so patient early. He kind of stutter-stepped and kind of just stayed behind his blockers, and then he turned on the jets and kind of cut back through the middle. So, great run right there.
Puts the ball at the Bulldog 37. A good Grizzly atmosphere taking place to the east side of the field. The guest bleachers are just about full, probably 90% full, with a good student section over there alongside the cheer squad and all kinds of support. Wyrick's going to give it to Fields again. Right side, lot of room. Has to make one man miss, but he'll just run into him and carry him for another gain of 9, maybe 10. He might have got the first. I think he's about a half step shy. They might measure. Oh, well, they spotted the ball about a yard short.
Yeah, yeah, that can be perfect for a lot of coaches, second and just a little bit. So, I don't know. We'll either do a little quarterback sneak for the first down or coach will do something real dicey, maybe throw it down to the end zone.
Same formation. It's been successful. Claiborne and Fields behind Wyrick, who's under center. An inside give to Claiborne this time. Nice play call, and he'll get enough to get the first. Didn't gain much, but he got the first, and that's what that was designed to do. Baited maybe with Fields and gave it to Tate and Claiborne.
Yep, that was a little bit of an inside trap, I believe. The guard pulls across, and so, picked up the first, and so Grizzlies this is a great set of downs we've got going here, 3:56 till halftime, so real important we finish this out here.
Bates out left, Nash near side. Wyrick collects, quarterback sneak, and he's going to gain 5 yards on the quarterback sneak, technically.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Maybe do 5 or 6 more of those and call it good.
There was a game, I forget when exactly, but it was when Kendall Holtzman was our quarterback, and we opened the game with 4 or 5 straight quarterback sneaks and moved the chains every 2 plays.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, and just checking Indy out here to see if they have a nose guard. I don't know. We'll see. They could do it again if they want. 2nd
and 5, 3 minutes till halftime. Labette trails by 2. Wyrick give Fields up the middle in a lot of traffic, still churning those thighs, and is going to gain 3. So 3rd and short, efficient and effective this drive.
Yeah, if we can finish this out, this has been the perfect drive.
Yeah.
We've kind of reestablished a little momentum and then kind of punching them back in the face. And I've noticed the band and the kids on this side, everything's just toned way down. So, yeah, just a continued patient drive here is really important for the Grizzlies right now.
3rd down and 2, they mark it. No receivers out. We'll see if this is a PA boot or just a hard-nosed run. Nash in motion. Wyrick is going to give it to Fields. Makes one man miss. Forward progress doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Maybe a half step shy. 4th and inches for Labette County. Little quarterback sneak action.
That's my vote. I don't think we've talked about this, but anytime the quarterback turns the hand off, that gives the defense a half a beat to kind of react. So that quarterback sneak's so hard to keep from picking up 6-8 inches like that.
Labette County taking their time here. 10 seconds on the play clock, a minute and a half on the game clock until halftime. The crowd is going to try to get behind their Bulldog defense. Big time down. 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak, he got it. Gain of 2, maybe 3. Wyrick pushing hard to the 10-yard line. He gained 5 yards, maybe 4 rather. And it's going to be 1st and goal from just inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I like that call. Like I said, I just don't see – that's hard to stop at any level, when it's that. I know the pros know how to kind of stack in there and have linebackers hovering over the nose guard and everyone jumps at the same time. But no, there's not even a nose guard right now, so that's a great call.
A minute until halftime. Labette County down 8-6 with the ball. 1st and goal on the Indy 9. Wyrick gives it inside to Fields. He's stood up this time. Gain of they give him maybe 2.5, 3 yards. So Coach Argerbright's going to call a timeout with 53 seconds left until halftime.
Well, this is kind of what we thought. This is a good ball game, and don't have to keep talking about it, but it is so hugely important for us to finish this drive off, get a score. I believe we get the ball to start the 3rd quarter, so be real interested to see what Coach Argerbright draws up here. And I'm trying to see, what do we have, 2 timeouts left?
Labette County has 1 timeout remaining.
1, okay. So herein starts the chess match.
Before this next play takes place, we'd like to thank a few of our other sponsors: SEK Orthopedics, Doctors Mosier and Meister, Elm Haven Nursing Home and Woodridge Estates, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Community National Bank, Labette Bank, Tank Connection, and Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Bulldogs now make their way onto the field. 2nd and goal from the Independence 7. Boy, I mean, Labette County scores or Independence gets the stop. Those are 2 big sides of the coin for whoever team you're cheering for here before halftime.
Yes, they are.
Wyrick under center with his head up is going to hand it off to Fields. Lot of room, churning, leans, and he's going to be inches shy. So Labette County has 2 plays to get 1 inch to try to snatch a lead before the halftime break.
I'd get on the ball here and do a quarterback sneak, and if you don't get it, timeout.
30 seconds. Indy did not stop the clock. They have 2 timeouts. 3rd and goal from the inch line. Wyrick under center, looks to push. Oh my goodness, it's going to be 4th and goal from the inch line. I don't think he got in. He ran into, what did we call last week, a ball of flesh.
Gosh.
Timeout, Labette County, 17 seconds left. It's never easy sometimes. I thought golf was the hardest sport in the world.
Boy, they all have their own kind of elements and edges, and you got to love it. This is exactly kind of what, why you got a fan base. It's just, this is part of it. I can't hardly tell. Are we on, like, the foot line?
Oh.
We're inside the 1, right?
Oh. We are. I mean, a line of Army ants couldn't walk in between the tip of the ball and the goal line.
Well,
we might be in.
Well, yeah.
Let me go look at the spot.
I just can't help but think we can't get a quarterback sneak in, but whatever Coach Arterbright calls is the right call, you know?
This is so fun. I love it. We are competitive, a 5-1 team here scrapping on the road. This is so much fun. 4th and goal. 17 seconds till half. Labette down 2. Wyrick under center. And Labette County jumped early. It'll be 4th and goal from the 5-yard line. As who knows if he would have got in or not. They did kind of start the play, but they ended up blowing it dead. So Labette County should get to try again. So it's 4th and goal from the 5-yard line here for the Grizzlies, who've had a great drive up to this point.
Yeah. Well, we talked about discipline, and you know, we didn't have it there, but this is where you have to refocus and understand we can still score. You can't, you know, as the team down there, you can't just, whoever that was on, can't beat themselves up. We have to refocus, get the play call, get to the line, and score and execute this play.
A little bit ago, Army ants couldn't have walked in between the football and the goal line. Now a whole army could walk in between the football and the goal line.
Yeah, it's a different play call here.
I will have a funny joke at some point. That is my promise before the end of the game. Big 4th and goal for Labette County. Wyrick in the gun. 2 right, 2 left. That's receivers. Nash now motions to the slot right side. He's looking inside left. It is caught! Touchdown, Grizzlies! What a way to end the first half for your Grizzly offense. It is caught on the far side by a slanting Barrett Heston.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that's even better now than had we scored on the quarterback sneak. To have the penalty back up and then punch it in anyway, to me, that's a gut check right there. So, wow. Yeah, you can tell by all the orange and black on this side, that was devastating. Right at halftime, of course, we need to get this 2-point conversion. We're only up 4 now.
Labette County on for a 2-point attempt. They failed their last one. Wyrick under center. Ball's at the 2-yard line. Michael Reed's going to get it. The wrecking ball pulls forward, and he might not have got in. No, short by a little bit. That play's been successful. Michael has a couple rushing touchdowns on the year, but that 2-point conversion attempt is ill. 12-8 Labette County. 13 seconds left in the half. What a good ball game. Back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the 4-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
.13 seconds left in the half. Independence has 2 timeouts, but not many seconds. They might just take this to the break, barring a special teams return of significance here for the Bulldogs. Nolan Nash, we need a good kick here to seal this first half. And he's going to kick kind of a little onside that's fumbled at the 45, but I think Indy fell on it. So, okay, well.
I figured we would squib it. That was a little more of I thought it'd be a hotter kick than that. You know, one to penetrate down to around the 30 or so. They might.
I know.
Throw this now.
I know.
We'll see what they do.
I know. I mean, I doubt they score, but kicking it to the 45, whether that was on purpose or not, I don't know, at least makes it tempting for Independence to try to do something with 2 timeouts and 11 seconds.
Yeah, so... Well, again, D-line, you got to think first, disrupt, get in there, create, because they're spreading out here, so they're going to throw the ball. So D-backs, no one gets behind you, our safeties.
Okay. Oh, wow. Don't throw a flag. As Javen Colbert, the quarterback, snapped it in the gun, stood there letting the clock run down, and then took a knee, and he was hit right before he took the knee. I mean, he never took the knee. So we had every right to come in and try to make the tackle. He wanted a flag but didn't get it. All right. That's the end of the first half. I'll catch my breath here during our commercial break. Labette County 12, Independence 8. Let's step aside for 5 minutes and come back with the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed in high speed.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating voltage storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
Here's a bright idea. Make sure you put your pants on before leaving the house. Sure, it seems simple, but sometimes simple doesn't happen. At IdeaTech, we think it's simple to have real people who live in Kansas helping customers. We understand that not everyone in our industry agrees, but then again, not everyone puts on pants before they leave the house. We think it's important to get the simple things right. Putting our pants on and providing local customer service. Another bright idea from IdeaTech.
Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show, brought to you by Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. They will make sure your vision is crisp and your eyes are healthy. 9 minutes until the start of the second half, and you want to know how I know that Independence has a good high school band. Nobody left their seat. When I went to the restroom during that commercial break, there was hardly, there were kids running around. Everybody is frozen to their seat watching this band do their performance, which they haven't had a home games in over a month. September 12th was their last home game, and their band is exceptional. So that was just kind of neat to see. Nobody left their seat.
Yeah, it sure is. And they made an announcement that they won some kind of state band of the year deal here again. So anyway,
really cool.
It's worth mentioning. Yeah, it's a really good band.
Your halftime score, Labette County 12, Independence 8. What a wild, fun, emotional, with sprinkles of drama in that first half here in Independence. That was so much fun. But before we get to how that broke down, some scores from around the area. Circle leads Fort Scott 13-0 at the halftime break. Pittsburgh leads Chanute 21-0 at halftime.
Wow.
Mulvane leads Coffeyville 45-0. That game is still in the second quarter. And Atchison leads Parsons 27-6. That game already in the third quarter. Those are a few scores from around the area. Labette County, we need to win tonight, and we want to win next week over Chanute to get that SEK League Championship. And, we'll talk more postseason football probably next week, more so than tonight. But I'll throw this out there. We haven't had what I would call last year we had a good record and made it to the second round of state and lost to Bishop Miege. But you look up this year, and Labette County's flirting with being one of, if not the top seed in their region. That is kind of that next level that we've been kind of wanting to get to for a while now. We've had competitive teams. We've been to the playoffs a few times, but it's an early exit in the playoffs historically for us. And this year you look up and you think, hey, we might not just make the playoffs. We might be one of the top seeds in the playoffs. So, should we handle business? But that's what's kind of exciting about this year is it isn't just making it, hooray, we might be one of the top seeds and get to that third, fourth weekend. So that's what's fun to me about this year's squad in particular. But it, of course, starts with a strong second half here tonight against an Indy team that came to play. They scored earlier in the first quarter, but they did not score in that second quarter, and Labette County answered in that second quarter with 12 points of their own.
Yeah, for sure. And, I'm just, you mentioned it earlier, I'm a little bit just exhausted from the emotions of that first half. Was just all over the place. I felt like, we came out and held them. They right off the bat, 4 and out, punt. We drive down, ready to put it in and really establish ourselves. Well, we had a turnover. Then we stiffen down here on 4th and 22 for them, and what do? They throw it and score.
Yeah.
So it's just been a swing of emotions back and forth. So, but it's a healthy way for our kids to have to live with some strife, some stress, have some things not go your way. So, yeah, as we always say, but I feel like tonight more than ever, this first possession, this half, we really need to put them to rest. We really need to quiet them down. We need to drive it. Like to score, but we at least need to have a good established first drive, I think, just to set the tone. So we'll see what happens here.
Obviously, it is a close game and feels like a close game. It's just a 4-point advantage for Labette County at the halftime break. But if we take a breath, step back, and think about how that first half progressed, it really benefits Labette County and shows that they are perhaps the greater force here tonight. Independence scored 8-0 on 4th and 22.
Yeah.
On 4th and goal from the 22-yard line, they score. Credit them for that. Great play. That's how you score points and win football games. Not taken away from it. But it was a low percentage success. Great play. You get what I'm saying. After that, we fumble and give them the ball back. So you're really thinking, oh boy, we're going to go down 2 scores, this and this. From that point forward, after we fumbled, they had the ball up 8-0, all the momentum in the universe. We shut them out 12-0 and averaged probably, 6-7 yards a carry in that second quarter.
Yeah.
And failed on 2 two-point conversions. So if you just take a step back and think about how that first half actually went and kind of progressed, Labette County owned the whole second quarter, really, in short, of that first half. So that's encouraging to me moving into the second half.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at that. You surmise that up really well. And not to mention, they got their 2-point conversion on a busted play.
Right.
It was sloppy. So, again, it sounds like we're trying to detract from Independence playing as tough.
Yeah.
But, if we can just keep our mind about us and continue really to play kind of like we've played, minus a few mistakes, we should be able to take care of business here. But, yeah, we have to come out this half and play like we mean it for sure.
3.5 minutes before the teams come on for a couple more minutes of stretching and warm-ups and what have you. Again, this is the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show brought to you by Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. Let's step aside for 3 minutes and come back with some sponsors and the back half of our halftime show.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during couples court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at klkcradio.com.
Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. Labette County leads Independence 12-8 at the break. and the teams are yet to come onto the field. They will have 3 minutes to stretch once they get onto the turf, but that is being postponed a little bit. We've got some junior dancers and cheerleaders out there on the field, so the halftime will be a little bit extended here tonight. We're going to bring in Caleb McKee, our cameraman, and I'll just go press box reporter for a little bit about what you saw in that first half, Caleb.
Yeah, I saw a lot of good offense and defense from both sides of the ball for both teams. And, this is kind of reminding me of that Wellington game to where Labette County was up at half, and we thought we could maintain the game, but we kind of got out of it, and we decided not to defend as well. But we need to stay in the game here and continue running those offensive plays, continue blocking in the front line, and getting through on those pass attacks, and hopefully keeping this in our hands this time.
I think that's a pretty good comparison, and it goes off of what Dad said earlier, in which that kind of how the third quarter starts is pretty important, because at Wellington we were up 7-0 and had the ball at the Wellington 10-yard line and threw an interception with 4 minutes left in the third quarter, and the game was turned on its head. Do I think Indy's as good as Wellington? Probably not, but the principle remains the same in what you're saying. There's a lot of truth in it. That third quarter will be telling. Does Labette County go up 20-8, or does the script flip and we find ourselves down going into the fourth? So that's a good comparison, and how the third quarter starts is mighty important to how that plays out. But so the junior cheerleaders are getting after it down there, and then the players will come out, and then that 3 minutes will run once they start warming up. Gave you a few scores from around the area a little bit ago. Caleb, you slid me one a second ago. There's a goose egg game going on. Winfield 0, Buhler 0 at halftime. So a scoreless game in that one. Frontenac 28, Columbus 0. That game is at halftime as well. And looks like we got to all the other ones earlier. Atchison leads Parsons 27-6. That game is now at halftime finally. And we'll look around for any other scores that we could find that may interest the listening audience in which we typically broadcast to. But Labette County, whether or not they win tonight, next week is senior night, and that game will be for an SEK League title, but we would much rather have that game be for an outright title rather than a share of it. So hope Labette County can take advantage of their halftime lead and finish off Independence tonight. But just a reminder, it is senior night next week at home against Chanute. So if you're in the area, you can be there. Come support this group of seniors, 18 of them this year, and they have been fabulous. Anytime you have 18 seniors on your football team, you need them to be good. You need them to be your leaders in the weight room in the summer, on the field during practice, and on the field and sideline during games. And Labette County has 18 seniors that have done that, risen to the occasion. They are strong, solid, and mature kids as well as players. Those seniors have been so good for us this year.
Yeah, they have. And I was talking to Mason Hoppus just this last week, and he was talking to me about how they want to leave this program in a growing state. So I know Coach Argerbright and those 18 seniors are trying to go down to the 7th and 8th grade and encourage that participation. To have 18 seniors, you got to have 25 8th graders. I mean,
that's true.
Your numbers don't grow. Every year that you 9th grade, 10th grade, you generally lose players. So but it was interesting to me that Mason and some of those senior boys were concerned about what's next. I mean, they want to win, of course, as their senior year, but they're interested in if they can impact the Grizzly football for the years coming forward.
That's how good programs are, of course, built but sustained, is whenever the players become kind of an extension of the coach. And it's not all on the coach to manifest this locker room, which, yes, they do, but the players buy in, and then it becomes a ripple effect, and everybody gets it, and it comes from players as well, not just the coaches. So that's how good programs are created and continued, and Labette County's got one of those for sure. Minute and a half until the beginning of the second half here in Indy. Labette County 12, Bulldogs 8. This has been the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show, brought to you by Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. 1 minute timeout, third quarter, when we return.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Welcome back, Grizzly fans. We are live from Schultes Stadium here in Independence, Kansas. Both teams head to their sidelines to get one last word from their respective coaches. For Labette County, that's Bradley Argabright. And for Independence, that is Kendall Fiskus. I'm Jack Leake III alongside Caleb McKee and my father, Jack Leake Jr. Labette County tonight is in their road white uniforms with red helmets, and Independence in their home blacks. Everything with orange numbers on the front and backs of those jerseys. Officials get into position, and the 22 athletes that will take the turf are making their way onto it right now. The Bulldogs will receive to begin the third quarter. Does Labette County receive? Yeah. I couldn't remember, I guess.
I know.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so silly. You're right, Caleb. Go ahead.
I just remember the call. We wanted to give it to Independence the first quarter, so that way coming out at halftime we could get that momentum and go and score.
That is exactly right. I don't know why I kept thinking that we kicked. Everybody's used to me by now. That's the good thing. If they're listening, then they're fine with it because they know by now how I am. Labette County will receive, and they'll... Oh, thank you. My crew's turning on me. I'm muting your mic, Caleb. Thank you. Labette County will receive and work left to right into the wind, so the Grizzlies will have the wind at their back to close the game in the fourth quarter. You never know if that'll be a big deal or not. Bulldogs kick it, high kick, and it's coming to the near side, caught by Deontay Fields at the 17. And he will be stood up at the 25 and will go no further. And on comes Aaron Wyrick and company to set up shop.
Well, that was a high kick. Not very often you see a kickoff go that high. So pretty good field position. And again, Grizzly focus. I look for them to probably stay with that ground game and hopefully establish the line of scrimmage and have a nice long drive here.
I've already gotten a couple comments. Don't worry, I haven't muted Caleb's mic. I was just teasing. We all love hearing from Caleb. First play of the second half. We'll see if Labette County can go up 2 scores. Hand off to Kagan Bates, left side, lowers his shoulder, falls forward, gains 5 yards to open up the third period for the Grizzlies that really leaned on the ground attack to get things going in the first half.
Yeah, and I like that, and I hope we stay with it. That was a good hard run there by Kagan, and of course the line did a good job. So as we've said before, anytime you can win first down, that sure helps second and third down here.
Second down and 5 after the Kagan Bates carry. Ball is at the heart of the field. Wyrick collects, turns, gives to Deontay. Lot of space. He's going to get the first out to the 39, and that's where he will stop and be brought down by Independence. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a translation of where we ended our halftime show. Labette County chunk yardage on a lot of those runs to close that second quarter.
Yeah, for sure. And I like that last play. It's almost like we pull the entire left guard and tackle, and we have several blockers kind of leading there on that kind of that give back across the backside. So two good opening plays right there to get the first down.
Wyrick has two backs to his left and right. He's going to hand it off to Nolan Nash, his first carry of the game, and he'll gain 3 yards in between the tackles to the left side of the center.
Yeah, I hadn't heard Nolan's name called that much tonight. I hadn't thought about it, but I know at Coffeyville he kind of rolled his ankle, but I saw him too this week, and he told me he felt like he was about 100% with it, so like to see him get one out to the edge and break it too.
Nolan is one of those kids that can play quarterback, wide receiver, running back, safety, linebacker. He could probably do just about anything for us if needed to. They give him 3 on the carry, 2nd and 7. Another handoff to Deontay Fields, and this one goes for nothing. In fact, a loss of about 2. 3rd down and 9 for Labette County coming up. The Bulldogs' front 5 got in the backfield quickly.
Well, they did, and I think that was a lineman. I don't think that was any kind of a blitz by a linebacker. So somebody missed an assignment there because he was all over Deontay as soon as he got the ball. So that puts us in a 3rd and 9. So we'll see what Coach Argerbright dials up here.
3rd down and 9. It would be a big one to convert to continue this drive that's already taken 3 minutes off the clock. Wyrick drops back straight, and he'll flip it in a tight window. It's caught at midfield.
Wow.
And tackled forward to the 45 is Kagan Bates in between 2 black jerseys. That ball was on a frozen rope.
Well, that's how you have to throw that. That was just a little curl route. And as soon as that receiver turns, the quarterback, the ball should be in the air, and it just about was. But, man, yeah, he threw a dart in there. It's a good catch and run, too, there by Bates.
1st down and 10, Labette County. They advance into Bulldog territory. Boy, you take 7-8 minutes off and score, that'd be great. A handoff up the middle, met right at the line, but tackled forward for a gain of 1 to the Bulldog 45. This time the ball carrier for Labette County. Did you see who that was? I missed the ball carrier on that one.
Deontay, wasn't it?
Was it Deontay again? Okay.
Deontay.
And it's hard telling, but I'm sure they're keying on him, of course. So, we'll see. We might have to kind of shuffle the deck a little bit and hand it off to some other players like we've been doing. So, 2nd and long here.
Wyrick drops back, throws out to the flats to Fields in between 2 blockers, pinballs forward across the 40 to the 37-yard line, 38. So it'll be 3rd down and short. That play's worked a couple times for us tonight. It can be hard to execute. Anytime you pass the ball kind of behind the line of scrimmage, it's risky.
Yeah, and it's harder to catch and throw than it looks. And not only that, the effectiveness is linebackers generally are in charge of the backs out of the backfield covering them. So if the cornerback's released with your other receivers, you normally should have 2 or 3, 4 yards before you meet resistance.
3rd and 2. Handoff up the middle to Tayton Claiborne. 1st down and more to the 30-yard line. Move the chains again for Labette County. As Caleb, earlier you alluded that at halftime it felt kind of like Wellington. This feels like Wellington. The drive out of halftime, long, already 7.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. But what didn't happen, we didn't score on that drive in Wellington.
You're exactly right. It looked like we were getting downfield, going to score, and it just did not turn the way we wanted it to. Hopefully we can change it this time and punch one in.
It'll be 1st and 10, Labette County working left to right. 6 down linemen. They go an inside give to Deontay. Sheds 1, sheds 2. He's like a snake, and he'll gain 6. Fields running hard.
Boy, he is. He had a couple opportunities to go down there, and he just kept plowing. And what about Claiborne's run earlier? That was kind of a bull run, too. So I like how we're kind of giving the ball to some – I hate to say like how I'm giving to other players, but giving Deontay a break and kind of keeping those linebackers guessing on who's going to run the ball. We've got several effective runners.
6.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Labette County with the ball. An inside give and nothing. Loss of 1 for Fields. He's popped right when he got it by Kamari J, who also runs the ball a little bit for Indy sometimes. We haven't seen him run it tonight, but Jay got in the backfield and sets us up for a 3rd down and 6 thanks to his nice play.
Yeah, it appeared to me that he's just keying on Deontay. I mean, we're running the ball so much. This is what defenses do when you run it a lot. They start, again, we've talked about this, kind of eking in a little bit, cheating in a little bit. So maybe we do something different here to kind of break the ice.
Converted on a 3rd and 9 earlier to Kagan. Here's a 3rd and 6. We run it. Deontay tries to drag Bulldogs with him to the 20. First down, Grizzlies. Gain of 7 on the run to the right side. Fields has been a workhorse this evening.
Boy, he has, and could not be denied. And I'll tell you, Arkwright's making a statement here.
Yep.
I mean, we're going to line up and try to beat this team down from the line and just pound it at them. So, love it.
First down and 10, Labette County. Guess how much time is left in the 3rd quarter? 5 minutes and 20 seconds, and a fresh set of sticks. The Indy offense is over here on the sideline, awaiting their chance to score. Fields again up the middle. Healthy run, pulling players yet again. Gain of maybe 9, which would be almost better for us if he was a couple inches short of the first. We could take this thing down deep. They're not going to give him the first, 2nd and inches, which isn't a horrible thing.
No, it's not. And so, this just opens up the playbook so much. And like you said, hopefully we can get good penetration here and end up with like 1st and goal from the 4 or something, which is better than 1st and goal from the 10.
T formation for the Grizzlies. They like to do this on short down situations. Handoff to Kagan Bates, cuts it inside, gets the first, and is going to score! Kagan Bates finds the end zone. Touchdown, Labette County. A 7-minute, 35-second drive ends in 6 points, maybe 8 for your Labette County Grizzlies.
That is how you do it right there. That was textbook.
Yeah.
It seems like normally when we talk at halftime about what needs to happen, something doesn't happen maybe, but that's exactly what that's exactly what had to happen. So there's still a game to play. I don't mean that, but we couldn't have started any better than that. Yeah.
(18-8). Labette County looking to make it 20-8. Wyrick under center, gives it to Kagan, who just scored. He's going to try to weasel his way in, pushing the pile.
Yeah.
He's in! The first successful 2-point conversion for the Grizzlies goes to Kagan Bates. Credit his friends for helping him get by with a little help. 20-8 is your score. 4.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. That was poetry in motion. Now, how does Indy respond? They haven't been on the field in a long time. Let's take a 1-minute break on KLKC. Oh, they're going to call that a late hit on Labette County. Labette County kicked kind of a pooch kick. Independence caught it while on one knee, and then the Grizzlies came in and made the I guess not tackle, late hit, and that's going to tack on 15 yards from the 35-yard line. So Independence will have the ball just past midfield to start their first drive of the second half, but there's 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Labette County just scored 8 points after a 7-minute and 35-second drive.
Yeah, I didn't need that. I mean, I hadn't heard the cowbells in 15 minutes, and after that we hear cowbells down below. So we just don't want to give them any reason to smile right now. We had them kind of snuffed out. So our defense really, I mean, it's so easy to be so excited about the opening drive. Well, now phase 2 of this is to close them out offensively. And so, yeah, we just don't want any more excitement because we kind of have the momentum where we want it.
My jokes have been clunkers, and yours was a knight in shining armor. First and 10, now Independence with a gain of about 5, maybe 6 on that run up the middle with Jones. Now they're going back to what they felt like they had success with in the first half, and they did. When they did have success, they were running the ball.
Yeah, like I said, we just, I don't know, almost have to just will this to either a 4 and out or to however it's going to look, just a non-score and get the ball back somehow on this possession.
Colbert, the quarterback, gives it to Jones, gets the first down, gang tackled by Nolan Nash, Aaron Wyrick for Labette County. Also in there on the play for the Grizzly defense, Justin Nash. 3rd down and 1 for Independence now.
We'll see what they do here with the 3rd and 1. Imagine they'll just try to get the first, but it's possible they try to do something cute since they're going to go for it on 4th if they don't make it. So
3:15 left in the third quarter. Grizzlies lead 20-8. Colbert looks over to his coach, gets the play call, now turns his attention back to his center. Collects, gives to Jones, up the middle, and he, I think, barely got enough. They might measure this.
Yeah,
oh my goodness! That flag might have killed a goose if one was flying over the arena. Oh my. He shot that flag out of a cannon. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, it went
that
way
was
up there.
The highest flag I've ever seen thrown.
Okay. It's on Independence, so.
Oh, wow.
How big's that?
I figured, I mean, I didn't know what it was, but I just saw something yellow go 95 feet in the air.
Well, that's an indicator the ref was aggravated, and it happened late enough. You knew someone said something or hit or, just unsportsmanlike. So, yeah, how the refs throw the flag tells you a lot.
So it was on Independence.
Right, that's a backbreaker.
Yeah, that's huge, and they marked him short. And it was after the play was over. So it's 4th down and 14 for Independence.
I know, and again, we can't get flirty here. We can't soften up so much and give them a 12-yard under route and have them pick the first up, They're going to get a timeout here, it looks like.
Timeout Bulldogs. So that's significant. The fact that Labette County played tough and hung in there throughout that play is big because it's 4th down, which I don't know. I guess I don't know how it would have played out the other way around, but we stopped them short of the line to gain, and the unsportsmanlike came after the play.
Yeah.
So if he would have got the first, it'd be 1st and 25 or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was big.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, yeah, we'll see. Of course, Indy wants to talk about it. I guess it's possible they punt. I mean, they don't. I don't know how panicky they want to get. Hopefully we keep pressure on the quarterback and, just allow our D-backs to kind of pick up the man in their area and not give Colbert too much time to run around back there. He's dangerous, and if something doesn't open up, he can run it. So it's big down.
We'll see what Coach Fiskus comes up with here. Yeah, this is a big down. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Labette County had the ball for 7.5 minutes and scored 8 points. And Indy started with the ball at the 48, and they're on the other 48. -4 yards on this drive. They're going to try to get it Colbert with the ball, looks deep left. He's got a man. What a pass to the 30. They're going to cut it in. 20. Richenberger 10, 5. Touchdown, Independence. They scored earlier on 4th and 22. They score now on 4th and 14. And Bulldog Country has life. What a pitch and what a catch. Richenberger yet again.
Oh, gosh, what a punch in the gut. Labette County spent 9 minutes driving the ball, playing good football, and scored. And then we played good defense and give up a 4th and 14. It's just, and now the energy's back, so it is game on all over again.
20-14 the score, 2:48 left in the third period. 4th down and long has been an Achilles heel for the Labette County defense tonight, apparently on those, at least those 2 plays. They've scored on both of them. To try to make it 20-16, this is a big play here as well because it keeps it a touchdown lead.
Delay a game.
If they don't get it, it is delay a game on Independence. There's been a couple of times they've been flirting with that, taking a while to get kind of decided, but this time it does hurt him, takes it back out to the 9-yard line for the 2-point attempt. And that changes the play call a bit as Colbert has his hands on his hips and is looking at Coach Fiscus. Now the play call's in and they get set. It'll be Jones offset to the quarterback's left hip, just in front of him by a hair. Looking to collect. He does. Chest high, across the middle, flips it, caught by Lanning. Nice play. He's got a nice arm on him, and he's got 2 good weapons in Richenberger and Lanning. Credit Independence for scoring there. They were behind the sticks and got it done. Grizzlies 20, Bulldogs 16. What a fun SEK game here in Independence, Kansas. Back in 1 minute. Don't go anywhere.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the 4-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
Nolan Nash returns the Independence kick out to the 31-yard line, and Independence, in case you missed it, scored on 4th and 14 from their own 48-yard line a little bit ago and got the 2-point conversion. They've gotten both of theirs, and we've only gotten one of ours, but we have one more touchdown than they do. It's 20-16. Labette County in front and with the football. 2:40 left in the third quarter. Lineman gets set. The handoff goes to Fields' left side. Lot of room. Deontay tries to hit the edge. He does. 45, stays on his feet. Cuts it in 50 and is met from behind. Gets to the 46 and another missile flies. 2 flags coming in hot over on the sideline. Not sure what they're about. Wonder if they saw the same thing. I don't know.
Yeah, the way the second was thrown, I'm afraid, I'm hoping or thinking someone on our sideline, I don't know. I don't want to guess. Hopefully it's against Independence, and I just hate how the game's, it seems like it's getting real cluttered up here.
Yeah. Nice run from Fields, who we don't want to overlook as a key piece to Labette County's offense tonight. He has gotten so many carries and has put in after contact effort to gain chunk yardage that's been vital to sustaining drives and pushing the ball down the field. He has been great all year, filling in for, mind you, let's not forget this, the best running back in the state, Jamal Jackson, who's been out this year with a knee injury. Wish him the best of luck through his healing process, but so Fields has done a nice job kind of taking up that role this year. Here comes the white hat for the penalty. Stands at the orange eye, meaning Independence at midfield. Personal foul, face mask on Independence. There might be another penalty. Hold on. And personal foul on Indy. Wow. A face mask on Indy and then a personal foul on Indy. As when they're personal fouls, they accumulate. That's 30 yards. Ball is going to be at the Indy 15-yard line. That's 4, maybe 5, I think 4 personal fouls on Indy tonight.
Yeah. Wow.
Labette County had one earlier that was offsetting, I think.
There's been trash talk throughout this week between Indy players and Labette County players. It could have been one of those instances. Obviously, face mask was called and maybe a little pushing and shoving after the play.
That pushes the ball as Coach Fiskus and his crew gets a explanation from the white hat here at the bottom of your screen if you're watching on YouTube. As that pushes the ball after the Fields' probably 30-yard run, another 30 yards down the field, but we're not in yet. 1st and 10 at the Indy 15. The snap goes to Wyrick. The give goes to Fields. Right side. And he's hit on the right hip by Maddox Purvis after a gain of 4.
Yeah, that's a pretty good run there. I couldn't tell how much he picked up because he met resistance pretty quickly, but 1st and 4, or rather 4 yards on first down, that's pretty good. So, yeah, just trying to soak up what just happened with that double penalty and that huge gain that he had. So here we go again. You know, another real important series here to get this ball punched in.
2nd down and 6. Ball now at the Indy 11. T formation. No receivers split out. Handoff. Bates. Left side. Nothing. Gain of 1. 3rd down and 5 for Labette County as we near the minute-and-a-half mark in the 3rd period.
Yeah, Independence continues to kind of stack the box on us. We've ran so much. So now that it's 3rd and 5 or 6, they might expect a play action or a pass, but so I can see Argabright going right back to what they don't expect, which would be another run or a quarterback draw. So,
yeah, the play calling's been really situational in a good way for Labette County. It's been really solid tonight. 3rd and 6, they say no gain on the run. Big play. Good call, Dad. It's a run to Fields, though it won't go for much, maybe a step inside the 10-yard line. So 4th down and 5, Coach Argabright kind of lets his arms hang down by his sides. He wasn't too pleased with maybe execution or miscommunication there, not sure, but the Cowbells are getting behind their defense on a big 4th down and 5 as Labette County's going to have to either call a timeout or run a play, as there's only about an 11-second difference between the play clock and game clock, and Wyrick and the Weapons are still over talking to Argabright. We've got to move. He's going to have to call a timeout or take a delay a game here.
I'm assuming he'll call timeout.
Yeah. And he will, with 12 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Coach Argabright calls his first timeout of the 2nd half. We will go ahead and step aside for a quick 30-second break and come back with a big 4th down.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating bolted storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings.
Scored on a 4th down and goal from about the 6-yard line earlier in the 2nd quarter to close out the half. And now they have a 4th down and 5 from the 10-yard line. We shall see what Coach Argabright and his crew have drawn up. They lead Independence 20-16 with 12 seconds left in the third quarter. It'll be Wyrick under center with two backs right behind him, so play action, maybe. It's going to be a double fake, an end around to Nash left side. Nolan cuts it up. He's going to get the first inside the 5. What a tremendous play call by Labette County. They faked the halfback run up the middle. Nash came around the backside and got the sweep around the bend.
Yeah, don't think for 1 second someone didn't have a great chip block on the backside there.
That was a huge pickup on fourth down for Labette County, as not only do you not give Independence the ball back with the chance to go take the lead on you, but now you have first and goal at the 4-yard line to go up 2 scores.
Yeah, that was a great play call and executed well, and Nolan's so fast and oftentimes, underappreciated for that. So, but again, someone on Independence kind of read that late, and I can't tell who had pulled. We had someone pull on that, and chipped him just enough to allow Nolan to get past that first tackler. So, got some more life here.
We'll keep it here and thank a few sponsors for allowing our broadcast to take place. Again, it'll be first and goal for Labette County from the 4-yard line here in just a moment. The sponsors for tonight's contest include Tank Connection, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Idea Tech, Community National Bank, Unified School District of USD 506, and Labette Health. First and goal for the Grizzlies at the Independence 4-yard line. Nolan Nash had only 1 carry prior to that one, so maybe that went into Coach Argabright's decision-making process. Wyrick under center. Heston offset to the line. Now he'll come in motion to the left side of Wyrick, our quarterback. Aaron is going to take it up the middle. He'll kind of lose his feet out from under him. Oh, he lost the football. He lost the football. I don't think the crowd – did he lose the ball? He lost the ball, didn't he? I don't think the crowd realizes it. He did lose it, and Independence recovered. I don't think the crowd knew what happened.
He definitely lost the ball on that one, and obviously the crowd didn't recognize that, so there was no cheering going on. He definitely stepped out of the end zone, but then they tackled him back into the end zone. In my mind, that's a safety, but the refs are calling it down at the 1.
Interesting. Good catch. I did not notice that. But, yeah, man, that looked weird from the jump.
Yeah.
That happened so quickly and oddly that my gut isn't feeling like it happened, but that hurts.
Yeah, first and goal from the 4. So, come on, defense, let's go. Snuff him here.
Colbert throws behind the intended target. Jace Dye to his right. So just like that, it's 2nd and 10 for Independence after recovering their second fumble of the night. Labette County has 3 turnovers tonight, an interception and 2 fumbles. As right when Aaron took that snap and went to quarterback sneak, it looked like his feet were kind of slipping. He tried to get to the edge. Not a lot went right for Aaron, unfortunately for him, on that play there.
Yeah, it's, well, let this play go.
Colbert in the gun, his feet are in the end zone. They go up the middle, and it's not going to go for much. That's what's tough now for Indy. I mean, they've got 3rd down and maybe 11. He might have lost a yard at the 1-yard line. So glass half full right there. You have a offense who has passed well in down and long situations, though.
Yeah, we got to keep pressure. We have to really send some people and just – our cornerbacks are man-to-man. They just have to really face them here.
3rd down and 11 for Indy. Ball at their own 1. Play action. Pressured in the face is Colbert. Looking for a man. Throws it left side. Out of bounds. Incomplete. 4th and 11. The pass rush was there. Caleb, could you see who was there?
I believe that was Michael and maybe Wyatt Kepley coming around on the edges and getting them.
So after a momentous turnover for Independence, 3 plays later, they gain 0 yards and are punting from the back of their own end zone. And Labette County should be getting the ball back in primo field position. The punter for Independence is Maddox Purvis, the freshman. Does a few different things for this Bulldogs team.
course, want to be sure not to rough the punter. Be sure and catch the punt, just some of the basics.
A nice punt from the freshman, lands at the 30-yard line roughly, and it hit this Bulldog in the back, but they're going to let it roll out to the 36 as Nolan Nash was pointing to, well, it was number 32. They don't have that in the roster, but it was number 32 for Independence. It hit him in the back, and Nolan was pointing to him at the 30 like, hey, it hit him, but the refs didn't notice it. Was it number 12? But anyways, interesting. Only a matter of yards.
Yeah. All right. Well, next play. Our offense has to get back out there and just go through this play one at a time. You know, leave the past in the past and see what we can do here to score.
11 minutes to play in the game. Grizzlies 20, Independence 16. Really fun game. Labette County just got a stop. Good field position. Ball at the 36. Aaron's going to hand it to Fields, and he's not touched for the first 5 yards and then falls forward after contact to the 29, gain of 7.
Boy, if we could just keep doing that, how nice would that be? Pick up, goodness, 6-7 yards, control the football, let the clock run, put the pressure on Indy, give ourselves a chance again here to score.
As if you are a optimist of all optimists, you could say that the fumble did one thing. It took off some time, and we might score now and go up 2 scores with 5 minutes left. So
that would be good.
Yeah. 3 receivers to the right with the ball on the right hash. So trips in bunch formation on the far side. Wyrick's going to drop straight back, throw one backwards to Fields. He has one man to beat, and he beats him. To the left, Fields beats another, gets to the 25. Forward progress gets him 24, and that's enough for a first down inside the 25. Popular play tonight for Fields in the flats.
Yeah, if we can just get him one-on-one with anybody, he'll normally get past him. So he's doing a good job of covering the ball up. Of course, Indy's trying to strip it, which they should. So, yeah, the players just need to maintain a real heady position here and you know, cover up the football, execute, and just stay disciplined.
1st and 10 Grizzlies, 9:50 left in the game. The handoff to Fields. Gain of 3. Independence there to rally this time. Big number 77 for them.
Yeah, another handoff. Boy, we've just been textbook running the ball and occasionally throwing in a pass or a quarterback sneak, something a little different, a little swing pass to the flats. So Grizzlies just need to keep chipping away here and getting first downs.
9 minutes to play in the game. Grizzlies up by 4. Wyrick in the gun. He's going to drop straight back. He's looking left, hesitates, loses the ball. We got a fall on it. Picked up by Indy. We'll see if they rule it a fumble, and they're going to. Turnover number 4 for Labette County. The white hat is going to run over. I'm hoping he's going to talk to the official, but they're probably not going to overturn it. It did look like the ball went forward, and they're going to rule it a fumble. I'm curious what the YouTube live stream says. I guess, I don't know. Turnover Labette County, their 4th of the game, and Independence with life again.
Yeah, I mean, this is not easy to do, but we have to realize we're still winning this ball game.
Right.
And we've done everything we could to give them opportunities to be in it. So our defense has to think that way. Step in here, let's get this play, let's get this shut down, let's make them punt, let's get the ball back.
Coach Argebright's going to talk to the 2 officials.
Yeah, it's worth talking to. It probably won't do any good, but you just don't ever want your team to feel snake bit. If they start to feel like, well, everything's not going our way, then you get caught up in that. So
it's good for a coach to ask and seek answers. Your team sees that. That's a good point. They're going to throw a quick pass to the left to Kellen Lanning. It's caught for 15 yards. He's hit from behind and falls well forward to the 49. tackled by Barrett Heston, and Independence with a very positive play to midfield to start this drive. 8:45 left in the game. Labette 20, Indy 16.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of that right now. They're going to just keep throwing that in route to both those receivers. We haven't stopped it all night, so we're going to have to step up and stop that.
1st and 10, Independence. It does look like the ball that was thrown or fumbled by Aaron Wyrick went backwards. Here's a penalty on Independence, but I'm sure a lot of you guys on YouTube have already rewatched that play, but that does certainly look like a live ball fumble from Aaron Wyrick on that previous play. But this is a illegal shift or whatever, false start on Independence, so 1st and 15 for them. As if I was Coach Fiskus, I would go kneel, 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 and then score on 4th and 20. They've done it every time tonight. Here's a run to Jones up the middle for a gain of 3. So 2nd down and about 12 coming up here in a moment. Claiborne in there with Wyatt Kepley on the tackle.
Yeah, done a good job controlling that run pretty much tonight. But again, I look for these slant routes to Lanning, and I can't recall the other receiver's name. Say it, Richardson. Who's
Richenberger.
Richenberger, sorry.
He's done well tonight.
Yeah, he and Lanning are really hurting us on that slant route, so we're going to have to jump that.
Colbert's going to run it up the middle, a quarterback draw of their own, and he soars in the air and is hit. Kagan Bates took his legs out from under him, and Aaron Wyrick helped bring him to the ground. 3rd down and 3 for the Independence offense that is trying to search for their lead again that they had in the first quarter.
See, and that's the kind of stuff that happens when you start hitting the defense with some pass routes and whatnot. Then you can go to that. Earlier, that wasn't as effective. So right now we're guessing. Our defense is trying to figure this out a little bit. So go back to basics, get some good line penetration, and everybody read your keys.
Jones, left side, tackled 1.5 yards short of the first. Aaron Wyrick in there on the tackle for the Grizzlies. 4th down and 2 for the Bulldogs. Labette County's defensive front is pretty good in these situations.
Yeah, we'll see kind of what Indy decides to do on 4th and 2 or whatever. Of course, I wouldn't put it past them to try to get us to jump offside, so our defense really needs to maintain discipline. They should be shouting to one another right now, watch the ball, watch the ball.
4th and a long 2 for Independence. Colbert in the gun. He's going to pass it. He's going to flip it left. It's caught, though. 1st down, Independence to the 35. Richenberger there, wide open.
Yeah, I respect the play call. That was gutsy on 4th and 2 to throw it. I mean, it's just always, that can always be a tricky situation.
6 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. Bulldogs moving well. The crowd can kind of sense that success might be near on this drive. It's looked promising so far. Labette County's had a couple crucial turnovers tonight, 4 total on the game. Colbert's going to keep it. He's hit firmly. Aaron Wyrick making his presence felt. And you know what? That has to be kind of fun for him. I know he's had a couple turnovers tonight, but he gets to turn around and play defense and go try to make up for it.
Oh, yeah. He kind of gets his quarterback play, which he's awfully good at, overshadows just how tremendous of a linebacker he is. So,
a state wrestler.
Well, he basically helped win that Pittsburgh game by that tackle on the 3-yard line at the end of the game.
2nd and 10. Labette County's defense needs to rear its beautiful head. Colbert pressured in the face, and he is still alive on his feet across the 30, on his feet, 25-20. 1st down, Independence. Looked like a loss of 7, turned into a gain of 17.
I tell you, Independence has had 9 lives tonight. I mean, they haven't given up. Yes. This game could be up 3 scores right now, so we're going to have to really accept some of these things that have happened to us.
5 minutes, 10 seconds left in the game. Bulldogs in the red zone. That is inside the 20-yard line. Grizzlies up by 4. Colbert hands it off to Jones, right side, hit at the hip and dropped at the 15. Gain of 3 on the carry.
Yeah, that was a nice step up there to put him in 2nd and 7. Gosh, what a tense game.
Yeah, this is a fun game.
Buzzing watching this game. I can tell by how the walls are shaking beside us. Is that Indy's coaches over there hitting the walls? Yeah.
2nd and 7. Colbert in the gun. He's going to hand it off. No, keep it. Roll out right. Hit hard. Oh, he kept the football. Still has it. Pump faked. Flipped it in the air. Caught. Touchdown. Kellen Lanning with a fantastic play in the end zone. Touchdown, Independence. Wow. What a play by Colbert to kind of Harlem Globetrotter the pigskin and find Lanning in the end zone.
Yeah, and once again, I don't know what happened. He was hit and wrapped up. I just have to watch that later.
Labette County turnovers hurting them mightily tonight, but still very much so in the game. They're going to get the ball back here after this. Independence leads 22-20 with 4 minutes left. Timeout, Coach Fiskus before the 2-point try. Let's take 30 seconds on KLKC.
Here's a bright idea. Streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. IdeaTech has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. IdeaTech has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Stream without buffering. Another bright idea from IdeaTech.
Independence lining up to go for 2 here. They already have a 2-point lead on Labette County. They've been pretty good at 2-point conversions. They're 2 for 2 on the night, looking to go 3 for 3. Scored on a circus of a play from Colbert to Lanning. They have scored on 4th and 22, 4th and 14, and then what other word can I think of?
Yeah.
Ringling Brothers circus play.
It's just been one of the oddest games so far I've ever seen.
A double end around. Richenberger right side is going to pass it. Trick play caught. Successful. Lanning collects it in the back of the end zone. What a great play call by Independence. As you know, it's good for them they got the 2-point conversion, but it doesn't mean the world, as we're either going to score a touchdown and maybe win, or we're not going to score a touchdown and lose. So those 2 points look pretty, but it doesn't mean the world. It really depends on what our offense does. 4 minutes, 12 seconds left in the game. Man, that band's loud. Sorry about that. Independence leads 24-20. The Labette County offense will get another try at it.
Yeah, we're going to have our opportunity to see, what we can do here. So all I can figure, too, is on that. If he was trying to protect us from maybe going down and kicking a field goal and going up 23-22.
Yeah, that's true.
Overall, it's not a huge deal that they made that. So, okay, well, then there was 4 minutes and a ball game in front of you. So,
Labette County scored on their first drive of the third quarter, and then they were flirting with it, got down to the 1 yard line, and then fumbled, and then got the ball back, and then fumbled it again. So, wow, few things have hurt us tonight. Shorter kick, caught by Nolan. A lot of room Nash has, no penalties, still on his feet, 44 yard line. That's where he's pushed out, no penalties. So a great return by Nolan Nash. Labette County has to go 66 yards, or 56 yards rather, to try to take back a lead.
Yeah, that's a good way to start it. It was a good kick return there by Nolan. So offense has, 4 minutes to see if we can't orchestrate something here and win this ball game.
This is where you look back at some of those non-conference games at home like Pittsburgh and Winfield, where kind of late in the game you had to deal with some pressure. This time, though, it's on the road against a league opponent. Wyrick in the gun with Fields to his left. Takes the snap and gives it to Deontay up the middle, holding on to the ball with both hands and gains 9 yards. Offensive line doing a nice job up front for Labette County.
Yeah, that was kind of a little crossbuck play, it looked to me like. So, yeah, 9 yards. And, again, at this point, time isn't really a panic factor for us. I mean, we want to keep moving, of course. But yeah, that was an awfully good play. So let's just kind of repeat something like that.
2nd down and 1 in Independence territory. Wyrick turns and hands it off to Deontay again. A lot of room to the 40. 1st down, Grizzlies. Kind of lost the ball again, but he was well down. He goes down at the 39-yard line officially. Offensive line for the Labette County is Michael Reed, Parker Midget, Bryson Dickens, Wyatt Kepley, Lucas Hayward. They've been great all year long.
Yes,
What the return did, as Nolan got it out to near midfield, is allowed us to run these plays. If we were backed up at the 20, we might have to maybe throw it or hurry a little quicker, but this 4 minutes to go 50 yards shaped up kind of nice to be able and still run. Right side run this time, that looked like Nolan Nash for his 3rd run of the game.
Yeah, down to 2 minutes and 50 seconds, so I look for us to, because we don't want to use our timeouts yet, I look for us to, I don't know, get to the edge a little bit, maybe to where a runner can get out of bounds, or, you know, throw a little out route, get what you can and get out of bounds type thing.
You might see Nolan Nash run the ball a couple times here.
Did Deontay get hurt?
Deontay got a little banged up on that last run he had, maybe a little bit of a late hit, but nothing was called.
2nd and 7 for the Grizzlies. 2:20 left in the game. Straight drop back for Wyrick. Quarterback draw, and he's brought down at the 35, gain of 1. So 3rd down and 6 with 2:13 left in the game. Coach Argabright not electing to call either of his 2 timeouts. 3rd down and 6, as he is not going to let Independence have the ball back, that is for sure, and I don't disagree. Time is not really the problem here. Getting a 1st down is priority number 1. What a fun game here tonight. Wyrick in the gun at the 39, hands it off to Deontay, who's back in the game. Burst of speed, 1st down and more. Fields on his feet, 20, and he's brought down at the 19. On 3rd and 6, they're in the shotgun, and what do? Let's hand it off, and Deontay Fields gains about 20 yards.
Yeah, that was such a shell game right there, because everybody expected a play action pass. Everybody expected a pass. So that's the perfect time to run that cross buck again, and so here we go, first and 10.
Nobody calling timeouts, minute 20, and still ticking down. Independence is going to know we're going to run it now, and that one only goes for about a yard, and Coach Argabright calls, maybe not. He made his way onto the field like he was going to call a timeout, but he's not going to. A minute 9, a minute 8, a minute 7. 2nd down and 9 for Labette County at the Bulldog 19-yard line. Struggled to get it in the end zone after we've had the ball down here the last couple times. 2 fumbles. Wyrick in the gun, Fields behind him. Quick pass is batted down. What a good play by the lineman for Independence. Number 78, Stanley Kowalczyk. I probably said that wrong. His parents are probably screaming at the TV. Well, they're probably here. Never mind. 3rd down and 9 for Labette County now. Good heads-up play there by them.
Yeah, gosh, I don't know what to guess here. Maybe a screen. You know their linemen are going to be coming with their ears pinned back, so maybe let them come, send your receivers, and then try to do a little underneath screen. I don't know.
Wyrick barks at his center, collects it, pressured in the face. It is a screen, and it's intercepted. He was pressured and had to get it out quick. It is Richenberger again. Nolan Nash breathing down his neck, and he's going to run out of bounds, and that will end the game. 5 turnovers for Labette County tonight, and it is hard to overcome that in any game. Good call, though. It was a screen, and it was there if there was a receiver.
Yeah, this is a hard one. The better team lost this ball game tonight. And credit Independence, I mean, I don't want to be sour grapes here, but anyone watching this game, the number of times we were down there to score, just this is a tough one.
All Independence has to do is have a couple successful snaps and kneels, and that will do it. And Independence should advance to 3-4 on the year and 2-2 in the league. They will finish. They will host Rose Hill next week. Looks like somebody called a timeout. And Labette County will fall to 5-2 and 2-1 in the conference with the chance to win the SEK next week at home against Chanute. So that is where we turn our attention to, is the Blue Comets at home next week at Lucas Field, where Labette County will have a chance to, I think it still goes down as a share if we win next week, because even if we beat Chanute in the head-to-head, it probably still goes down as a share.
Yeah, I don't think you'd win it outright with a loss like that. But yeah, we'll have to win next week for anything to happen. Yeah, this is a tough one. It's
I thought this game might be something like 24-20. I just maybe wouldn't have put my money on Indy, but I knew they'd play really well.
Yeah.
As they play very well against us, and they're a little bit better than that 2-4 record might show, and some of their big losses to non-conference opponents. They're a good team because Colbert and Richenberger and Lanning are good buddies and play all kinds of sports together.
Oh, yeah.
And those three dogged us tonight. So they did a really nice job, as they do have a successful kneel. And I think maybe Coach Argerbright might have called a timeout. He did, to try to force Independence to have a couple more successful snaps, which is smart because you never know if there will be a high snap or anything, because they're running these quarterback kneels in the shotgun, not under center, so you never know.
Yeah, you don't ever want to give up, so yeah, respect that, of course. And yeah,
AJ, if you're still listening, try to find me some scores from those league opponents and whatnot, so we can get those ready for our post-game show. AJ Kohler got hired on at KLKC recently and has done some news and stuff for us on the air, and has done a nice job.
I'm sure he will.
So Independence leads 24-20 with 35 seconds left in the game. Colbert in the gun, collects it, kneels it, and Coach Argerbright is going to let it maybe run out this time and accept the defeat here at Independence. And that'll do it for the final regular season road game for Labette County. Congrats to Independence on a hard-fought win tonight. Labette County going to have to overcome swallowing 5 big horse pills called turnovers tonight and get themselves ready to win an SEK title, a share of, next week at home against Chanute. Let's step aside for 3 minutes and come back with the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today, and we are here for you tomorrow.
Welcome in, Grizzly fans, to the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show of Labette County Grizzly football. Labette County falls 24-20 here at Independence, a game that hurts badly. It felt like Labette County had multiple opportunities to put this thing away, and 5 turnovers hurt us quite a bit. A couple of them came while it felt like we were going to go score. Now you got to get back on the horse and try to go beat Chanute at home next week to get a share of the SEK title, which will be great, but definitely won't taste maybe quite as sweet as it would have had we won tonight. But Indy played well, because you can say, well, you know, we handed it to them. Sure, you can argue that, but Independence put themselves in position to have a chance. If they would have never scored tonight, they wouldn't have had a chance, but they scored 3 times. So the opponent always deserves credit no matter the circumstance, but Labette County did certainly hurt themselves in numerous occasions tonight, and I know they know that, but that's just kind of how the game went down. It's my job to explain it, but unfortunately tonight. But they won the game up front. The passing game hurt, and a couple loose balls on us. But, yeah, you said the better team lost tonight, and I agree. Labette County won in the trenches, and that showed, scoring on a big drive to start the third quarter, and then that's how we were able to have a chance at the end and get all the way down to the 2-yard line where we fumbled on that one drive. So we got where we needed to be, just couldn't finish.
Yeah, this is anyone that's ever played sports has just had those games, you know, the ones that you go home and you just replay it in your mind over and over. And so these kids and coaches, it'll be a kind of a bit of a sleepless night in some ways. So, hey, look, they played hard, played their best. You know, mistakes happen. It's just difficult to overcome that many turnovers. It just really is. And it's interesting to me that in some ways we didn't play bad, but we had some inopportune turnovers and still could have won the, you know. Still,
yeah.
So for us to be able to feel like we played that way and still had this game really in hand, or to win, is a compliment to where our program is today. So, yeah, these are one of those tough life lessons that sports teaches you. You know, this is kind of how it goes in life. So, yeah, you get up the next morning and strap your helmet on and go to work.
A few scores from around the area for you. Pittsburgh beat Chanute 42-0. So, I mean, just say it, promising. Ahead of next week's game, Independence almost beat Chanute at Chanute, and then the Blue Comets get smoked by Pittsburgh tonight. So, yeah, I mean, come on now, let's beat Chanute at home on senior night and win a share and smile going into the playoffs with a 6-2 record. That's a mighty fine season. But it is okay to be upset about losses. It means you care. Mulvane 60, Coffeyville 0, Parsons 34, Atchison 40. Still going in the fourth quarter is that game, and Winfield ended up losing to Buhler 41-21, and Fort Scott and Circle are tied at 13 in the fourth. So Fort Scott and Parsons both in tight games against non-league opponents for their respective leagues. That is, Parsons is not in the SEK league anymore, but those are good games still going on in the fourth quarter. As we will await Coach Argabright coming up here before long. Again, this is the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show of Labette County Grizzly football. We thank you so much for being with us. Let's step aside for 2 minutes and see if we can't find Coach coming up here. Welcome in, Grizzly fans. Again, this is the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. We're joined now by head coach Bradley Argabright. Final score 24-20 Independence. Coach, opening thoughts on the game.
Yeah, I thought we played hard. Moved the ball really well on offense, but, at the end of the day, we had 4 turnovers. Just really killed us tonight. We were moving the ball. To start the fourth, we fumbled on the 2-3 yard line on 1st and goal. You can't do that if you want to win ball games. So just too many turnovers, too many mental lapses, too many missed tackles in the fourth. We just did not finish the game tonight.
Coach, we were really applauding the play calling and the script that the coaches put in some of those tough situations. I thought you called a great game offensively, and that screen was there. Aaron was pressured a little bit pretty quick. But talk about, though, the team's ability, given those turnovers, to still have a chance and drive all the way down and get so close. So still very well in position to win. Talk about the team's ability to still do that amidst those turnovers.
Yeah, we just kept fighting. We moved the ball down there, and we get in 2nd and 8, and just kind of have a bad play there. They bat it down there, so we ran the screen, but haven't shown it all night, and thought maybe it'd hit, and it looked open. I need to watch it on film, but I'm proud of their fight, and keep fighting. Even when they scored with 4 minutes left, we still felt like we had a great shot. We moved it down to the 25 yard line there and just shoot ourselves on the foot. So, just proud of them and for them battling all night long.
Coach, how important is it to have the group that you do, have the coaches next to you that you do after a loss like this to get back on the horse tomorrow morning, whenever that is, Monday, and try to go get Chanute next week on senior night?
Yeah, just got a veteran group. They know it's not, the end of the season, but, we're getting close to that point where, every game matters. So, we still have a shot to go play for an SCK title next week. Still a lot to play for seeding-wise. So, for us, it's still just seeing our goals, still in front of us, same goals. They haven't changed, but we've got to regroup, and we've got to be ready to go on Monday.
Coach, we appreciate you coming up even after a tough one. What do you tell the defense and rally them whenever it felt like we had Independence right where we wanted them on some of those 4th and longs, and they just so happened to score even on some real ugly plays? Seems like Chanute got, I don't want to say fortunate, they played well, but some of those long ones they got us on a little bit. How do you re-rally and go get them on the next possession after those?
Yeah, just making sure that, we're seeing the right things. A lot of those were just a couple breakdowns. We didn't. 2 of those were just breakdowns where we didn't guard the wheel, and 1 we didn't guard the post. Things that we see in practice that we've been guarding, but we just didn't see it tonight. So, just making sure that they still see it the next play, because they're going to come back to it. If they hit it once, they're going to come back to it. So just refocusing their eyes and making sure they're seeing the right things.
Coach, thanks again for coming up. I'll let you have any other comments that you'd like on the game or moving forward, what have you. But certainly been a blessing to watch you guys play this season, and look forward to many more weeks of Grizzly football this year.
Yeah, thanks. It was just a good, hard Friday night game. We've got to fix some mistakes in practice, but we're going to keep giving our good effort, and, hopefully we come out on top next week, and we have a good plan, and we're ready to go against Chanute. So just a bad night, but not a bad season. So just got to re-rally and get going again. So go Grizzlies.
Thanks, Coach. Again, your final score, Labette County 20, Independence 24. Next week, see you, Coach. Thank you. Next week, it'll be at home against Chanute. Senior night for Labette County. 18 seniors on this squad. They've been great for us this year. And somebody I meant to ask him about that I forgot to in the interview, but Deontay Fields played so well tonight. He got so many carries and did so many good things even after contact tonight. So just shout out Deontay and that offensive line to keep giving us chances to win the game, and the defense for doing the same. So right there, we are right there. And as you heard Coach say, he's got those hard workers around him, both in coaching staff and in players, and he's talked about respecting your opponent and getting ready for the next one all the time, having that 1 week mentality. And so that'll come into full effect whenever the week starts on Monday, and be ready to go for Chanute next Friday night. For Jack Leak Jr., my dad, and Caleb McKee, our cameraman, and press box reporter, and Amanda back at the station, we thank you so much for listening to tonight's broadcast of Labette County Grizzly basketball. That'll do it for tonight's broadcast. Safe travels if you're driving, and as always, God bless.